Accelerate is a property fund founded by the Giorgio family and is focused on the Fourways area.
Yeah, so the Giorgio family, Greek South Africans from the Free State, believe it or not, started off in the Bloemfontein area, but they own properties all over the place. They took like 4 billion rands worth of their portfolio and brought it to the market with a focus on Fourways, but they own properties northwards of another 10 billion or thereabouts that are not inside this fund.
Market cap, we're sitting here at 4.3 billion rand, not clear on the yield. We're sitting there at a yield of 5.
Yeah, look, it's fairly new. It's only been listed on the market, so we're going to battle to get a share price as well. But, okay, let's take it that that's the historic yield on the previous set of results.
Accelerate.
I think this is a very interesting story. It's probably the favorite company for me to research into. Yeah, I mean, obviously they've got 4 nodes that they're primarily focused on, but the most important, of course, is Fourways. And if you look at what they're going to do in Fourways over the next little bit, it's absolutely spectacular. They're basically going to take the game store and Fourways Mall, and they're going to build a high-rise office and general huge retail centre.
Are they going to support it with appropriate roads as
apparently
well?
there's 300 million going into roads because already that is an issue. But I mean, they own the whole Fourways node. I mean, other than Monte Casino, they've got the Buzz, they've got you know, the Leaping Frog shopping centre. They control that whole node, which I think is a great competitive advantage. Perhaps one of the concerns that we have around the company, though, is like you say, Fourways Precinct, which is owned by the Giorgio family. This is just their listed entity. And now, you know, like I said earlier, the competition for properties in South Africa is pretty hot at the moment, and those properties are quite expensive. Now, they've said it's a strategic advantage to have this big Fourways Precinct portfolio that they can sell into their listed entity. That seems like spin to me. You know, at what, and I mean, they say yes, they'll get independent valuers, and yes, this, you know, JSE approved independent valuers. But the fact is that the CEO is going to be selling his private properties into a listed fund. You've got to look at those valuations at which those properties transfer very, very closely.
Paul, have you eyed this one closely?
Look, my favorite story about the old man Giorgio was that he was driving around in Bloemfontein one day with his, you know, Batman assistant, and he said, "You know what, we should own that business or that building." And his sidekick said to him, "But sir, we do already." So
well, that sums it up, the story.
well,
are we
I just wanted to tell that story.
I take it
look,
you did.
I mean, I think it's very exciting. As Gary says, I try to avoid Fourways because the traffic is too congested, but if they're going to do something about that.
600 million, you said, into the
Tito
roads?
Mboweni is the chair of the
300
board.
million,
That's
300
something we
million.
haven't mentioned.
Yes.
It looks to me like it's in the right place at the right time. There's good opportunity here. I'm sure they'll get through those valuation
Hot or
conflict
not?
issues. I'm going to go hot on this one
Hot
too.
or not?
It's got such a good story. I like it. It's hot.